Alright, let's get this level out of the way. This level I am extremely familiar with because I have played it many times before. In fact, not Nintendo. It's just I was too lazy to change that. In fact, I'm so familiar with it because I have built it. Level engine. This is me. Welcome to the mansion. I'm probably not going to give much feedback on my own level because, well, of course I'd like my own level. Especially since I think I did a pretty damn good job on it. Of course I want to do a good damn job on it. It's for a contest. The point is to win. Or to have fun, depending on your personality. But for me, it's just winning. And yes, I've actually figured out how to change the colors of the frame of the overworld around, well, the actual screen itself. Probably gonna want to do this sometime for our other hacks, but I don't, not way in the M. Maybe, actually no. The color schemes, I'm actually wondering what I'll pick. And if we change from the normal zone to the special zone palette, then, well, we'll probably change the palettes to these, too. And then there's this giant freaking castle that doesn't even look like it's built well. Now let's just go to Bogey Ruins. With the music that came in the box! Man, it feels good to be revisiting my own level. With the music that came in the box. And, yeah, I believe I said that already. This is pretty much as vanilla as it gets. You got, well... You got here your ghost house with your normal grass, with your underground in the background, with your tombstones made from castles. Yes, all of this is possible. You just need to know a lot of Super GFX bypass on map 16 to make it work. Believe me, nothing has really started yet. It's just your generic dodge the enemies and get to the other end of the level. But I believe it's going to be a bit more different than that once I get further on in the level. The music's pretty much going to be a constant thing, though. The level is actually quite long. Well, it could be even longer if you don't get whatever you need to get done on the first try. Now, here's where I incorporated my gimmick I was given. The pot. Push it to the end of the room without grabbing it, because as soon as you drop it like so, it breaks. See if you try and gently put it down. Gently putting it down will also make it break. Yeah, I know, this pot is just so freaking fragile. You can push it around and nothing bad will happen. But the challenge is pushing it around, pushing it across within a certain time frame, with enemies getting in your way. So this is where the challenge lies. This was what I was thinking was possible when I was assigned that pot. This was exactly what went on in my mind. Make a challenge with the pot. Make them push it across a deadly segment of enemies within a certain time frame. And now, this is the level you are seeing right now. This is exactly what you are seeing. And no, it's not all that easy. I'm just making it look easy because I know what I was doing. I know what I'd do if it's my own level, of course. And it doesn't help these frickin' ghosts are in the frickin' way. Oh. And then I just run into my own enemy. Resume! This is definitely a very tricky level. The ghosts usually just follow you, making it much harder to focus on what you're trying to do. But if you try and shake them loose, if you get too far away from the pot, it just disappears and respawns back where it was originally placed. And you can't afford to have that happen at all. So you gotta pretty much just tough it out with the ghosts, or diligently move the pot to a place where you know it wouldn't disappear on you. And gently move the ghosts. And here I'm just spin jumping on all the Koopas that are in my way, and this ghost is not leaving me alone. See what I mean? Like, there is no way to lose this thing. Like, I cannot lose it. Then there's that Eerie there. See, this is and then there's that, so I'm being pretty much extremely slowed down now. And then that just gets in the way, so this is taking much longer than normally would. Now push this pot, enter this door, and there we go. Now we get a midpoint after all that. Then we get something different besides just pushing a pot around. Pushing pot. Can we do another block duplication? No, we can't. And here, this turns into a P-switch run. Pretty epic P-switch one, once you get, like, to the second or third switch. Okay, the first part is pretty easy, but it gets trickier. For example, we actually gotta get rid of this wall, or we just screw it all up. Now it gets trickier. We actually have these shells just getting kicked. Sometimes even up triangles, so they go up strange angles that you're not expecting them to. In fact, that right there, just like that's insanely well orchestrated, but your mind's just gonna be wondering what the hell is going on. Like there, like oh my god, this part. And now I gotta just not die. P-switch is gonna run out. Doesn't matter. We made it to the door. And now, we have to run some more. On a moving layer 2. Frick! We're just gonna pause and get back to where that was. Resume again. Now, we're gonna try and beat this. Coins turn to blocks, so this is all on a moving layer 2. Something I'd never done before. This is probably the first time I've ever done that. And here, you could easily duplicate the block because it's on a moving layer. I don't know why, but that is the case. You could easily duplicate this block. And this boot is in the way again. Like, see how these things just barely move? They just stand, like, right in front of where you're trying to do something. And I don't even know if I can mass-produce power-ups off this block. Actually, I can. Because it's on layer 2, it's actually very easy to just mass-produce your power-ups. So yeah. Wonder how this is all gonna play out in the end because of that. That boo is still in my way. Like, there is no getting rid of it. And then we gotta do some more jumping around layer 2 shenanigans. Except we don't want to just stand around for too long or we're gonna die. And then we end up in another room. Which is looking a bit confusing right about now. It was much nastier in its original incarnation. It's another of these rooms where you gotta push the pot around so you can actually enter the door. Not sure how well this room is done compared to the other. There is no time frame here to worry about. Unlike the first room. There's nothing here about time frames. Because you gotta fit in here, but not so easy because, well, the game's just decided to be not as nice as usual. Jump. And then we gotta push this. Okay, this is actually tricky, I admit. You gotta actually push that. What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to make sure I don't screw this all up. This has to be really carefully done, or else it will just be bad. Drop this down, then squeeze myself in here, and fail, because I just grabbed the thing. Now I have to reset the entire room and do everything over again to make sure that pot just doesn't break as soon as I reach it. So we're gonna go up here early. It just broke, so we have to do this over again. So I had to reset the room twice. Not something I was counting on, actually, but it just seemed to happen. But there was not much I could do about it, so I left it. So far, it's not like a really big deal that I left it compared to some of what I've seen already in the contest. The first two those two are probably just gonna make their way into my nightmares. Like, those two are probably gonna be some nightmares for me. Like, bad dreams about like frickin' impossible level and bad dreams about like a frickin' stupid level would just look terrible. Like, that's gonna be hard to just sleep through. Now I gotta get through here and If I can. That is, if I can get through here. Like, what if I'm stopped? Yeah, I'm getting stopped. Stopped by bullets. Stopped by everything. I'm getting stopped. In fact, I have to spin jump this just for it to be possible. And now there's frickin' Koopa here. It's just getting right in the way of everything. Unless we do that, then we're fine. Then we push this. And yes, this is actually a little annoying, I admit. Grab this. Grab it! Fucking grab it! There we go. Push this down there, grab this block, so we can push this here, then we can enter this door, and then we get a lot of booze on one screen, sure. But it doesn't matter, because now we can finish the level. With it doesn't even matter how many bonus stars that is, because, well, and the miss kind of disappears, because I cross a goalpost. Didn't put that into account, but it's too late now. Actually, I think Isocitration's level is better than this one. And I thought this was a pretty damn good level, the one I built. Like, I put a lot of effort into this because, well, it's a contest. I want to do good. Maybe if Raocow plays this and he likes it, then that'll be very good for me. My credibility as a level designer will just go, it will just skyrocket. And if Raocow tries Jolpengammler or BlackEscargot's level, then he might laugh. Might get angry, but he probably wouldn't drop, like, an F-bomb. Like, he's almost never done that. But me, it's practically a regular thing. So yeah, I'm gonna end this here and figure out what the hell to do next. Probably not record another entry tonight. So yeah, I still think Isocitrations is the best out of the 6 I've played so far. And BlackEscargot is the worst, and mine's somewhere up there. But it's only out of 6 entries. There's still a whole bunch more to be played. Yeah, that's it.